Blog Talk Radio.
Security for the American people. We've got one brother that's so secure right now he can't see daylight. Literally. I'm talking about KC. He got me into doing this. He got me into this radio thing. I just don't know what to say sometimes. I think about where he's at and why he's there, and it just doesn't make any sense. I got a call from about 2 weeks ago, and I wanted to have it on the air before now, but I've only been able just to figure out how to convert an MP4 to an MP3. That's what happens when you're my age in the electronic world. Now, it wasn't too hard. It was just 2 clicks away. I had to figure out how to ask the right questions. But I'll be playing that for you here in a minute. I've got a caller on now, 210, I'm fixing to bring you on.
Am I ready?
210-844, you there?
Hey, brother.
210?
Yep, that's me.
Hey, who?
It's
Lisa?
Lisa. Yeah.
Hey. Man.
How are you?
Sick of my stomach right now.
Yeah.
You know? We won't go into that right now. You know, just the things that are going on are just, man, they're over my head. You know, I don't understand half the crap that's going on, and I don't really need to. You know, it's the way it affects the movement and our brothers and sisters, and how they can, you know, just do some of the stunts that they're pulling, man. It just...
Yep. And I want to say out loud... there's something I would like to say. There is a particular person that has decided now that KC's locked up that they're going to start trashing him. And I'm going to say out loud, you know who you are, and I'm paying attention. But I'm not going to stand for that. My brother did nothing but support this movement and put up everything he had to make it happen. And anything that goes against that goes against me and mine.
Well, people keep forgetting. The mission is the whole point. People's personal lives, and that they're people's personal lives. People's personal lives are messy. They're going to be messy. We're friggin' human. We are messy. You know.
And we'll never be perfect. No one
But that
is.
does not. Absolutely. That's the only reason. That's why JC hung on the cross for us. You know.
That's right. And it's still
Because,
hanging on the cross. By the way.
You know, here's the deal. You know, I mean, the mission is to get our country back. The mission, when we were on the border, was to control our little 3.5-mile section of border. We did that. We did that so well that it really started ticking off the people up in the higher-ups. The guys there on the ground with the Border Patrol, they got so excited, they started putting fuel in their vehicles so they would have more fuel on their shifts and that, so they could run play tag with KC and them before I got down there, and they had an excellent report and everything else. And then the shooting. You know, a guy gets shot at that they knew. They knew who he was. They knew who he was there with. They knew why he would be there.
That's right.
They shot at him anyway.
That's correct.
You know? And then the subsequent stuff. Oh, well, you know, this is a felon with a gun. Well, the felon with a gun, according to all the Texas statutes, was well within his rights in Texas to have that gun. And now they want to come up. Oh, well, the gun wasn't manufactured in Texas. The ammunition wasn't manufactured in Texas. So it falls under the Commerce Act, and because it went through Commerce at some point in time, it's excluded from you being able to have it. It's illegal for you to have it. You have a disability. You cannot have that firearm. And here they go and use the same 14th Amendment clause to justify making homosexual marriage legal in all 50 states, regardless of what the states have done and the way the states have voted on it. The Supreme Court goes in there and says, okay, this is how it is. If it's fair for one person in one part of the country, it's fair for all the people in all the part of the country. If that gun was legal in one part of the country, it is legal in all part of the country for a felon. There is no such thing as felon in possession under Section 18.
And
there's no such thing. They've
Texas,
got no reach. They've got no arm.
Right, but also in Texas,
Go ahead.
after 5 years of being off paper, a felon can carry a firearm again.
Absolutely.
And we forget about that one.
It's got a couple of tricky. It's got a couple of tricky restrictions. It's got Texas never even brought one. They said we ain't got no reason to charge him. He ain't broke no Texas law.
He was lawful.
That's a fact.
That's correct. He didn't do anything illegal.
And the whole point of the thing is that he was down there as a concerned citizen on the border, turning back illegal aliens, invaders, coming into our country, and overwhelming our system, trying to crash our system. And that's what they were trying to do. Oh, yeah, the American dream, we want it, and you're going to pay for it. But that's not the American dream. The American dream is, if you want it, work for it, you can earn it. But I ain't giving you shit. I'll give you the opportunity to do it, but other than that, take a hike. And that's when you come into the country legally. And now they want to give these people amnesty on top of this? My holy Aunt Pootie. Not going to happen.
Right.
I've got the tape with KC from 2 weeks ago, and I finally got it on. It sounds a little silly and all this other kind of stuff, but I miss the little skinny ass motherfucker.
I got a letter.
No, he's my brother. Yeah, he's
that's right.
I
love my brother.
A good friend. I'm right.
And here's the thing.
So anyway,
here's the other thing. How many people jumped on the KC bandwagon? Oh, I support KC, free KC, jumped on the bandwagon. Where the fuck are these people at now? That's the thing I've been paying attention to is where is everybody at? Where'd everybody go? now that he still needs us. He's still paying.
Yep.
He ain't done, and he ain't done fighting.
No, he's not done by a long shot.
No, he's gonna walk.
So anyway,
out of there.
you guys will have to excuse some of it. Oh yeah, once it goes to court, that's the other thing. We don't know for a fact or anything else. There's a lot of speculation that with a mind a whole lot more tuned up than mine is, that
right.
reasons that Hannon wanted it to go into court and through court was case had been adjudicated, not just thrown out, but had been seen, had been adjudicated on. It would be a standing fact for everybody else to know that law does not apply.
That's
that it doesn't apply. It does not apply. And
he chose
when
to fight it.
Becomes fact, and that's exactly why he bowed up and said, "No, hell no."
Yep.
And then, well. Yep.
Remember what I told you? He picks his battles in his own way.
Yep. Well, and he's had he's had a lot of divine guidance, and I'm not saying he's an angel or anything else, and that none of us, but when you listen and you've got it in your heart, it's put on your heart to go do something, and it's and it's the right thing. Well, we as people don't generally go do the right thing when it's going to cost us anything, but
right,
he didn't spare any expense.
Who else would put up their whole life like he did? Name me one person.
I'll tell you, he was the fire on the end of that candle down there. I can tell you that. They tried to snuff it out, but
no, they'll never snuff him out.
Not in my book.
He won't let it, and I won't let it.
Here's that tape.
All right, brother.
It's all right, Ashley.
Ashley, they're okay.
I can't tell if I've got a bad connection or if it's just your line down there.
No, you gotta have a bad connection. It ain't me.
All right, it's coming in clear now.
I saw the reference to Nazareth in the Bible the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah, from Samson.
Yep. Yeah, when a Nazarite starts a project, he doesn't cut his hair until it's finished.
Yep, no alcohol or spirits, no wine or beer.
Yep. That's a Nazarite.
Yeah, so I was reading the Bible. That's pretty much all I do. Nothing else to read.
Man, did they get you to the hospital or anything for that for your kidney infection?
They don't give a fuck, man. I'm just sitting here suffering away. They don't care.
Son of a bitch. Is there any way that you can call?
Not an infection. It's my kidneys are shutting down.
Fuck. She said you were passing blood and.
I mean, my kidneys. I have an infection. It's just not working.
Oh, fuck. You think you're going to need to go to dialysis?
I don't know. To go, that I only had like 50%. And my kidneys are fucking passing blood and protein. So, I mean, there ain't shit I can do. They ain't going to do a damn thing. They gave me antibiotics, and it started making me so fucking had heartburn so bad. Fucking sleep. I couldn't. It was like fire in my throat. So I told them I ain't taking that shit no. Just to have me see the doctor again tomorrow. I don't know how it's going, you know. They're writing me up for refusing to take medicine because I won't take the antibiotics because it's fucking making me sicker. I mean, goddamn, it's bad enough my kidneys and back is killing me. When I piss, it feels like I got VD. You know? And then they want me to fucking have heartburn on top of it? Fuck you.
Well, they got to get
you.
You got to take
fucking
that.
Shit kills me.
You got to take that. Well, you ain't got to do shit. They won't give you anything for the fucking heartburn?
I'm not going to be more miserable when I can't even sleep.
Yeah, because sleep's all you
when
got.
I was taking the antibiotics, I couldn't even sleep, man. My heartburn was so bad.
Fuck.
Fuck it. Just shut down and let me fucking die of prison. I don't give a fuck. It's fucking shit. Bullshit. Got me locked down like Charles Manson. Every time they take me out of this fucking cage to go to the doctor anywhere, they put on fucking shackles, belly chain, and 2 pair of handcuffs. Got 3 people and a video camera. I mean, they treat me like I'm fucking Charles Manson. This shit is fucking ridiculous. You think that I done raped fucking 12 kids and fucking murdered 18 women or something? Motherfuckers.
No, you did something worse.
I stood up for our fucking rights. I believe in our Constitution. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they're fucking hammering on everybody, man. But they got you bad. I've got to tell you that. You already fucking know.
Yeah, I've been out in fucking almost 3 weeks. I don't even know what time it is. The only time I even have a clue as to what time it might be is when they bring food. And I get 3 meals a day. In the morning, I get fucking cream of rice and beans. At lunch, I get rice and beans. And at dinner, I get rice and beans. I'm lucky to have
Fuck that diet's not doing your kidneys any good. All that starch.
the protein into another. They're feeding me protein, the beans and shit, and the rice.
Fucking phone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, my phone's. I'm down here in a place where I'm not usually at. I ain't got no fucking signal down here, dude. I'm not at my house.
Well, I'll let you go, man.
No,
I was
man.
just calling to check in with you.
No, I'm glad you called. Look, I'm still doing the show and shit tonight. Fuck there.
Keep going, man. Keep doing it.
Yeah, it's fucking seems lame ass and everything else without you there.
Huh?
It seems all lame ass without you there. I was thinking about even just putting up one of the that's in the archive. But
oh man, just keep doing it, man.
Yeah, Christy's gonna try to call in tonight.
He is. He's gonna call.
Good. Is there any way you can call in?
No, I doubt I have the phone, and I can't call because you have to push a button to accept the call. And if I call the phone line,
dude, you can call my phone. Will it let me put you on 3-way?
I don't know.
Well, if it will, at least that way we could talk. I'm recording. By the way, I'm recording this right now, and if there's anything that you want to say to get it out there tonight, well, I'm going to play it.
All I can tell people is they better start praying. They better pay attention to God, because that's where we're at.
And you're still in Cameron County, and they haven't taken you into. How come they haven't transferred you over to the federal jail?
Up here is a federal inmate, and the U.S. Marshals are the ones that are making it hard on me. I called the lieutenant for the Cameron County jail, basically the feds told them to fuck me everywhere they can, and they're paying them $85 a day to fuck me. So they just fuck me down. You know, the average inmate's like $30 a day.
Yeah.
Federal government's paying them $85 a day to keep me. So they keep me in the single cell. I can't even see outside the cell. There's a flap over the window, and the beanhole stays shut unless they're putting something to it. And like I said, anytime they take me out to go to medical or whatever, they put on leg shackles, belly chain, and 2 pair of handcuffs, and then a camera and 3 guards.
So if people wanted to complain about what the treatment that you're getting there, who would they talk to? The U.S. Marshals?
The marshals are the ones that ordered me to be done like this. It's what the Cameron County Sheriff's deputies told me. I talked to the lieutenant. He said it's not them, it's the marshals. And the marshals, the government pays them $85 a day to fuck me around, however they tell them to fuck me. Don't matter, they're making plenty of money. They pay enough money for me to pay for 2 guards a week. So that's just me. So they do whatever they want them to do. They just fuck me however the government tells them to fuck me, and that's what's going on. People better start praying to God and give thanks and glory to God, because that's why our country is falling apart. Just like God turned his back on Israel, he's turned his back on America. It's all our fault.
I agree. You know, when we put people in place, when we trusted people, we put them in place to hold our trust, and that they swore an oath that they were going to uphold, you know, and then they don't uphold it.
Fair, man.
And then, you know, I mean, they're not upholding.
It's just like in the Bible. You know, I've been reading the Bible to be plain to read, and this is just history repeating itself, just like it did before God took the Israelites out of Egypt. When he gave them Israel, gave them the promised land, they turned around and they betrayed God, just like we betrayed God. And they kept doing it to God, and God kept punishing them. He made the Jews go through all the tribulations that they did because they kept turning their back on God. Just like now, we worship idols. Oh, no, we don't. Yeah, we do. What is that show called? American Idol. What do we do with athletes and all these motherfuckers? We put them up on pedestals. We fucking worship them. We go buy their shit. We fucking treat them like they're somebody. Instead of being at church on Sunday worshiping God, we're in the couch worshiping some stupid-ass athlete, some jackass jock. You know, our country is turned totally against God, and that's why we get shafted like we are. It's our fault. Every one of our fault. Even those of us that are Christian, it's more our fault because we aren't doing more to make it stop. And so we're suffering for it. Our country's going to go the way that Israel did. God is punishing us. And until we stop it, it's not going to stop. It's going to continue. And the only way to stop it is to give God the glory that's due. And we live by the laws that He told us to live by for several thousand years.
Yeah. And the one bright point about all that is that, you know, just like Lot and Sodom and Gomorrah, he got Lot out because Lot was faithful. You know, we just have to be, you know, we can't.
And the Lot's daughters are the ones that, their descendants are the ones that killed a lot of the Israelites. They're the ones that came up with Baal and the other idols that they worshipped that were just the opposite of what God wanted. God saved Lot and his daughters, and then his daughters turned around and bore the children that turned against Israel.
Well, there you go. That tells you right there, all you can be accountable for is you and yourself. You know, you can't make somebody else do right. That doesn't happen.
No, but we don't do individual responsibility. We don't take care of doing it ourselves. We depend on everybody else to do everything for us, and that's why we don't have shit. That's why our country's turned against us. That's why we're fucked like we are. That's why I don't care, man. I am not. I look forward to the day of death. I look forward to being in God's family. I don't give a shit about this evil, fucked up world and about these apathetic people who don't care about God, who don't care about life, who don't care about liberty, who don't care about anything but their own selfish desires. And that's why we are where we are.
Yep. People not caring about each other, not taking care of one another.
Yep.
Pawning it off on somebody else to do.
Keep being divided. Just like in the Bible, it says many times that I've read, many times, every human is God's child. Even back in the times of David, God told him not to be going out killing these people just because, like the Philistines. Yes, they killed them in battle, but then God turned around and gave the Philistines power over the Jews.
1 minute remaining.
That's to love all God's children. But yet we sit here and run the Bible. Oh, they're haters, so they're this, so they're that. Even the Muslims. God showed favor to non-Christians back in the day because they lived right or they tried to do right. So,
That's why he
that's
said...
That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, look, try calling me if you can get the phone again. All right? And you'll right now it's like it's 4:15. So figure a way you can pace it out, and if you get the phone between 7 and 9, call me, and I'll see if we can't do a three-way for you on the show tonight. If not, I'll be playing this tape for him. God bless you, brother, and you are in our thoughts and our prayers every day. Don't think you're not. There are a lot of people out here thinking about you.
Thank you for using IC Solutions. Goodbye.
And that was the end of the conversation. That was the last time I was able to talk to KC. I'm going to bring everybody back online now. Lisa, you still there?
Yeah.
All right. I've also got another caller on the line, 956-802. 956. I don't guess they want to talk. Not a problem.
956. That's down in the valley where he is.
Well, somebody's listening from the valley.
That's good. Let them feds listen up.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
No, at least I don't know if it does or not. Hell, they could come up and grab my ass now because I played a tape of him from the jail. Shit, I don't know.
No, they can't do that. That's called freedom of speech. We still have that right in America.
Yeah.
But look, up here where I'm fighting this fight that I'm fighting, I got told I better be quiet or I could get arrested. And when I said for what? Exercising my First Amendment rights, please arrest me. Do it. I haven't been arrested yet.
KC Massey was down on the border exercising his rights as an American citizen under the Dick Act.
That's right.
But they didn't even want to consider that.
That's
I mean,
right.
He's not even supposed to be in jail. He was down there functioning under the Dick Act. Was he down there for any other reason? Was he down there to work? No. He wasn't down there doing electrical work. He wasn't down there doing plumbing work. He wasn't down there buying and selling cars. He wasn't doing anything down there except running up and down that border, repelling illegals.
Yep.
Dealing with the everyday running of the camp and the guys coming in and out, supplies going in and out, and
exactly
keeping up with that. My MOS at the camp was trash and burn the trash and try to keep the camp cleaned up as much as I could.
That's right. And he did it
so
at
for the 2 hours we all
he did
worked
it at
down
the
there.
landowner's request. The landowners asked him to do that.
Hey, he asked Casey and them went down there and they got in touch with Rusty, and Rusty said, "Look, I want you to go ahead and set up here. It's fine." He said
yep.
he was already paid in heat anyway, so it wasn't going to make him any difference one way or the other. And it gave them access to the river through Rusty's property, and that's what made Camp Lone Star made it possible for KC to be there, because that was property that he was living on
in the state of Texas that made it possible for him to do that mission down there.
That's
so
right.
There you go. You know, and then where they were shot at by the Border Patrol, that again was private property, and they had written permission that afternoon. They had received written permission from the owners in that to be there to do that, and you know, and there you go. And afterwards,
and so it was legal.
The Border Patrol had actively
there.
searched out. They actively went to the landowners that they knew that we were helping in that Miss Taylor and a couple other places over on George Sines and some other roads and stuff over there, and that and they went to them folks and said, you know, all they're wanting to do is to get hurt on your property so they can sue you. You need to leave the Border Patrol to us. And that Miss Taylor stood there and told them, no, I feel much safer with them here. You can stop coming by. You can stop coming by my property and my land, you know. And Miss Taylor, she had quite a few stories. You know, I'm not going to tell them because it would be like hearsay because she told it to me and I'm telling it to you and that kind of stuff. But I can tell you this, that Border Patrol had done a lot of nasty things to Miss Taylor. And that...
and several
so
other people.
She was real happy,
Taylor.
you know, to see us down there, and she she had a completely different relationship with the boots on the ground that were actually patrolling there on the property and she would set out coolers with ice water and sodas in them and snacks for the Border Patrol agents and then when Lone Star got kicked up, she told them, look, it's hot out here and everything else. Y'all hydrate here. Get anything in there that you want. Open that lid up. Get it out. It's for y'all. That's just my way of saying thank you for helping down here. And people couldn't understand it. You know, well, how much is it costing you to have them patrol your property? Nothing. What do you mean nothing? Nobody comes down here and does anything for anything. Nothing. They are.
That's right.
It's sad. It's sad what they're doing to people.
They think because they popped him that we're all going to stop.
Yeah. I've got a 956. I'm going to see.
All right, brother.
956-802. You going to say hello? 956. Are you there? Guess not. Well, at least it's just me and you on the phone for right now. Donnie Brock said he was going to call in here in a little bit, and I'm sure he will when he gets a chance to.
I may be getting a phone call, so if I get disconnected, brother, I got a phone call. It'll be Bear. I have to take it. It'll be my husband.
No problem. No problem whatsoever. And, you know, I'll be sitting here talking to myself, and I do that a lot. That's why I'm really good at this.
Okay.
So it doesn't bother me. I can go on for hours and not have any audience at all except myself. So that's a good thing. And I may play that tape once or twice more. And
I would.
And that.
In case anybody
and here's the thing: if you can't hear it too well over your phones or all that kind of stuff, go back on and listen to it rebroadcast again, and you'll be able to hear it a whole lot more clearer with a set of headphones on. There's some other things that there's another tape. Let's see if I've got that. Let me see. Yeah, it was a funny thing. When I started playing that tape, all of a sudden my host phone got shut down. But yeah, it's just one of the glitches that we have with Blog Talk Radio, and a lot of people attribute it to the NSA or whoever the other alphabet soup is listening, but they don't have any control over this. It's just a glitch in the machine. Here's the talk with DT at Lone Star with KC Massey.
It's all right, Ashley.
Ashley, they're okay.
Yes, sir. You want to talk to me, sir?
Yeah, I just want to talk to you. Okay. What is the whole purpose of, trying to flood us like that? I mean, is it an intimidation method? I mean, because we've never given you any reason or any provocation to try to come at us like that, and I'm offended that y'all did me that way. I've never disrespected you or any Border Patrol officer. Every time I've talked to you, it's been with the utmost respect. You guys disrespected us by trying to swarm us like that. All you had to do is come talk to me, and talk to me like a man, like we're talking right now.
I attempted to, sir.
No, you attempted after y'all swatted or flooded us.
I was behind you. I honked my horn.
I can't hear that on the mule.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I
was trying to pull you over.
Okay, I didn't hear you.
To get you directed this way.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
The point I'm making, listen, again, agree or disagree is irrelevant, to be honest, from my position. All I'm trying to do is our job best we can.
I understand, and
okay?
I want you to.
I understand that you do. I really do. But in this instance, especially at night, you know.
But you guys know it's us.
No. Hey, hold on. I've been doing this for 12 years now, and there's been times when guys are coming up here armed from the Mike's house, Mexico. It's occurred before.
But in a vehicle like mine.
No, maybe not. Maybe not that.
That's what I'm saying. You knew it was us, so there was no need.
I just told, what I was explaining is that you lit up our agents on the field. You're giving up positions, and you disagreed with that, but I'm telling you from my experience and from the agent in the field that occurred. So,
and if you would have brought that to my attention and you could have talked to me, the other, I don't remember who it was, he pulled up beside me, the other guy that, he had the, wasn't it Booney, the guy with the Booney hat that pulled up beside me?
Yeah, that was in the ground that got lit up.
Okay, well, he pulled up beside me and I stopped. He pulled up beside, stopped, we talked for a minute, and then I pulled off.
Right.
And I figured if that's what y'all, I didn't think you were going to pull me over again, but if you would have, that's what I would have assumed you would have done, is got back up beside me again, and then we could have communicated.
Well, up until now, that property owner gave you permission to be there, by all means. You know, I don't know who you spoke to, what owner that is. I know you got Taylor's, you got the gentleman at George Signs.
We got several properties.
Okay.
And I'm
so
not.
we need that information just so we know.
No, we don't. And I'm not trying to look. I understand you have a job to do.
Right.
We have a job to do. Our jobs are intertwined.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We have. I mean, you guys shot at us, and we still haven't freaked out on y'all. Right. We still haven't given y'all any problems. We still showed you the utmost respect. But the way you did me today in the field was very.
I just explained to you. I was trying to get your attention and talk to you about it.
I understand.
Okay.
But did it take 6 agents to pull me over?
Well, I didn't know where you were going, to be honest. I thought you were circling around like, hey, stop this guy so I can have a word with him. That was the whole intention.
Well,
so it's not. I'm not trying to
something or something. I mean, I really didn't hear you.
The intention is not to disrespect anybody. To be honest, I'm not here for that. I'm here to do my job. That's it.
I know, and I appreciate.
I'm here to make sure our agents are safe and anybody we encounter is safe. Okay, that's
I agree,
also,
and that's the
we all
want
to go home that night. That's
Absolutely.
The whole intention, right?
I want to go home someday
Exactly.
too.
Everybody does. That's the whole.
You know,
point.
I've been out here doing this 3 months, man.
Yeah, I know you have.
So, I mean, I left my whole family. I own an electrical contracting company. I left everything to come down here to do this. And it's not because I want to.
Right.
It's because we have to. Because your higher-ups don't allow y'all to do what we do.
Right. And
so that's why we're here.
Right.
And like I said, I have never disrespected not one of your officers.
No.
At any time.
And I'll be honest with you, I've had words
with
with you before, and it was utmost respect. I can vouch for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I being respectful to you now?
Yes.
And I requested that you
stand
come
up.
talk to me.
I know. I totally respect that too.
Okay.
I want you to understand that's not about that. I'm not trying to, in any way disrespect you. That's not the point. I just want to make sure everybody's safe, especially at night, man.
I do too. And that's why we drive lit up, or else if we go dark, we got our strobes, and we already communicated that with your higher-ups, the majors and all that. And, we've had everybody here. All your higher-ups have been here.
Okay.
And so we've communicated. We came up with, I don't know if they didn't pass it along to you, but there's certain things that we don't do. Number one is we don't go in the brush, period, end of story. We still don't do that to this day. We stay between the river road and the river.
Okay, good.
We never go into the brush.
Great to know.
Well, absolutely. We're not going to do it.
Good.
Because that was an agreement that your majors wanted us to come to. Because of the officer safety issue.
Right.
If we encounter one of y'all in the brush, you encounter us, so we don't have another shooting like we did over here.
Sure.
But over here, what was fucked up about that was Captain Cantu and another BP had just been running with the guy that got shot at. That guy came out of the woods out of nowhere and started shooting. But we were just side by side with y'all, and we did have permission to be there.
Yeah.
And we also consulted with the Border Patrol agent that was there and asked him if he needed help.
Yeah.
He requested assistance. Then y'all shot at us.
The agent requested assistance?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Okay. Well, I wasn't there.
I understand, and that's water under the bridge.
Right.
We tried to say, hey, forget about it, because
Right.
we didn't even want nobody to get in trouble over it. We didn't want any issue between you guys. We're all on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to keep America safe, and that's what we care about.
Right.
I don't want any trouble with you guys. I didn't come down here to cause trouble.
Right. No, I understand. I completely do. But don't expect or don't assume that disrespect, because that's not the intention. All right.
Well, I mean, it just kind of
I'm
felt
a stand-up
like,
guy. I'm going to tell you man to man, just like we are having this conversation here.
We can converse at any time. You don't need. Now I understand you having one backup, but see, it's kind of getting.
Well,
it's kind of like intimidation here.
No, he's not trying to intimidate anybody. Well, come on, we're having a conversation.
I'm the nicest guy in the patrol.
I'm the nicest guy on the patrol.
Oh, don't let him lie. I'm the nicest guy on the patrol.
But we're not here to intimidate. We're having a conversation.
I know.
But there's three guys. We're not here to have.
Yeah, but there was two when you walked up with three.
When?
A while ago, y'all walked up. He just walked up from over there.
He's been there the whole time.
Were you here the whole time?
I snuck. I'm like a ninja.
I didn't even know he was sitting here. I thought it was just me.
Listen,
and him.
I'm just trying to get an understanding of and everybody be safe. That's the whole intention here.
Yeah,
okay?
absolutely.
So
I want y'all safe, and I want us safe.
Don't misinterpret anything else other than that. It's officer safety and civilian safety. Period. That's the whole point.
I fully understand, and I fully agree.
So no disrespect directed at you guys and the exposure you guys are bringing to this problem we obviously have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're trying to bring it.
But understand that we just want everybody to go home at the end of the day. That's the whole intention.
I was at the shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Did I shoot anybody? I was armed. Did I shoot one of you guys?
No.
Okay. So I know how to handle a weapon, and even under fire, and when I hear gunfire, I don't freak out, okay?
Right.
I'm former military too, like a lot of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God that the guy that got shot at wasn't a combat vet that just got home, because then we'd all be in a whole different situation with each other.
Yeah, sure.
And you understand that.
No, obviously, yeah.
So, and like I said, if you have a question, if one of your other officers has a question, send you to come talk to me. We can talk. We don't have to argue. We don't have to fight. I know my rights. I know the law. I've got law enforcement all in my family. My son-in-law's a cop. My uncle's a cop. All my good friends are cops.
Right.
I got a buddy that's in DPS intelligence that's been down here working. So I'm very, very, very well versed in the law.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the law. I understand officer safety. Because like I said, my son-in-law and my uncle are cops. My friends are cops. My cousin's a cop.
Right.
So I don't want anything to happen to you guys. We back you up. We support you.
Right.
And the last thing that we want is a confrontation or a situation.
Right.
But like I said, I mean, you wouldn't feel right if we swarmed around one of your vehicles.
No,
you know what I mean?
I just expected the intention.
Well, I mean,
it wasn't intended to be that. It was intended to have a conversation with you and get you stopped.
and I could converse, and that's fine. Maybe another officer, but I look back, man, and I got 6 guys staring at me. I mean, that's an intimidating factor, and I'm out here in the dark.
These guys don't know. The intention is not to intimidate.
I understand, but
disrespect.
can you put yourself in my position?
I can.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to explain to you that was not the intent.
Okay.
Right?
Well, that's the way it came across. That's why I wanted to talk to you, so that hopefully, if there's another situation, you can come talk to me and we can converse. If you need to bring another officer, I understand, but I don't need or want to be jammed up like that again, because it's unfair to me. It's unfair to the guys that are with us. We pose you no harm. We pose you no threat. So therefore, it is intimidation, and it's unneeded. We're men. We can communicate as men, and that's what I would rather do, because that situation right there had me really nervous.
Okay, well, hear me out here. In the future, especially if we're going to go past what we understood the areas you're going to be at, Monsi's, Taylor's, and obviously you got other landowners' approval, right?
Yes.
At least let us know. Somebody you see here, hey man, we're going to be down on the field roads because we may have agents on the ground.
Okay. And
so that would go a long way.
Somebody down there, I will stay out of the way. If I know you're there, I'll leave you alone, man.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah, I'm not trying to cause
it was just a
y'all
misunderstanding.
Yeah, exactly.
My point is, though, if we're aware of it, at least we'll know. That way, you know what? Hey, you guys are going to be coming in there.
With us, man. That's all I'm asking, is that you communicate. I'll communicate.
Likewise.
The reason why we
exactly. I totally agree with that.
Well, but here's the reason why we quit pulling up and talking to y'all, is because some of the agents, when we pull up and try to talk, they were getting shitty. And from my understanding, because I know some other Border Patrol agents not in this area, but it's my understanding that it has been a directive to you guys not to interact with us.
No. I mean, that's not entirely true. Look, officer safety at all times. So we're going to interact and we're going to have a conversation.
I want to be able to communicate.
Right?
I do.
So that's the whole point.
That's what I want to do. But I don't want to piss you guys off either, and I don't want one of y'all to get in trouble because let's just hypothetical. I'm talking to this guy right here, okay? I'm pulled up talking to him, and we're just bullshitting or whatever, and maybe you're cool, but what if another captain comes by and he's like, hey, why the fuck are you sitting there talking to him? Well, they're going to jump his ass. They're not going to jump mine because I don't work for Border Patrol. I don't want him in trouble.
Yeah, no, I hear
So
you.
that's why we don't try to pull up and talk. We used to do that.
Right.
But after we've heard that y'all can't really communicate with us, you know, there's a directive against it is what we were told.
Right.
So to stop y'all from getting in trouble and to avoid problems is why we haven't been trying to pull up and talk. It's not that we don't want to. We want to tell you everything we're doing so that we're all on the same page. We don't want a problem.
I hear you, man. Look, listen, again, it was just simply misunderstood, right? I didn't know.
I understand.
Okay, so now that we've cleared that up,
okay,
for the future, especially, you know, at night hours, if you guys are going to go down there, if you see, you usually have some guys right here in this area. This is a hot area of y'all.
We've
this area
we've got
here,
a whole bunch of them right here at the fence.
Simply pull up to the agent and go, listen, man, we're going to be south of this area here on the field road, so at least the agents are aware. That's all I ask.
No problem. Hey, man, no problem. I'll be more than happy to do that. I just didn't want to get anybody in trouble.
No, they're not going to get in trouble.
Well, I mean, it depends on the supervisor.
No, they won't. I mean, if that's listen, I'm not going to give an agent a hard time for that.
You may not, but there is other ones that would.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I can't control everybody.
Right? I know, but I don't want these guys getting in trouble either.
No,
you know what I mean? I don't. Y'all are here doing a job that I very much respect. You know what I mean? I'm doing the same job, or trying to, except I don't get paid and I don't have benefits.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I'm losing a lot of money.
Being here.
But I care about my country. I care about the terrorists coming in here. They had 10 in McAllen that they caught that were ISIS terrorists. It was in the paper, confirmed through Reuters News. So, I mean, it's a fact. They've had Liberians come through. That's where Ebola's coming through. There's a lot of reasons, and what we do is different than what you do. You guys let them come up, and then you arrest them, detain them, take them in. What we do is stop them from crossing, or we try to run them back when they're on the edge to stop them from getting up here. So you guys don't have to, number one, come in contact with a diseased person. Number two, you don't have to take a risk at one of these psycho fuckers like the other day. It was 2 cartel guys. And as soon as we got them back in the river, they start CDG, you know, all that bullshit, fuck you, and, you know, I know you know. I know. You've been doing it 12 years, so I'm not telling you anything new. But, you know, there's a guy came up the top of the hill, had his face covered, head covered, you know. I mean, we know what time it is. We know what they are.
Right.
I don't want you guys to have to deal with those scumbags either, and that's why we do what we do. We don't try to hold them for you. We try to keep them out of your hands so that you don't have to deal with them. I don't want you to get Ebola. I don't want you to get killed. I want you to go home to your family. You know what I mean? I want y'all to be healthy when you go home to your family. And all the bullshit that's coming across this border is dangerous for all of us. And that's all we care about, man. We are on the same team. We really are. I understand, you know, one of the things that, the biggest thing that I've heard from BP is, well, you guys aren't trained. Well, obviously our lack of training is working because what we do is turn them back. So it's not about, you're right, I'm not trained in civil rights. I'm not trained in detention or whatever, any of that stuff. That's why we don't detain, we push back. And, you know, we're not trying to step on y'all or get in y'all's way. The only time we detain them is if we catch them up here. Because, you know, I mean, really, you want me to try to run them all the way back? I don't think that's cool. I mean, even though I probably would want to, if they've made it this far, we'll hold them for y'all. But other than that, if we catch them out there, we are going to try to push them back across the border.
Okay. Well, sir, good conversation.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I don't want any trouble. And like I said, if you have any questions, none of us are going to try to attack you guys. None of us are going to pose you any threats. we're on the same team.
Okay, sir.
So if you come to us and you talk to us one-on-one, pull up beside us, because like I said on that mule, it's a diesel.
Yeah. Well,
And the noise echoes underneath of it.
All right.
So I can't hear.
Fair enough. Understood.
But I mean, if I'd have known you was trying to hit me,
I was trying to get you, hey, man, we talked
I would have pulled over.
Okay.
I wouldn't have look at every other time somebody hit their lights, I pulled over.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to run from you guys. I'm not trying to avoid you guys.
Fair enough.
But, that I just thought that was a little excessive.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Again, just misunderstanding. Like I said, hopefully in the future,
we will do that. No, we will do
clear
that.
up a lot of air, man.
As a matter of from now on, that will happen. We
Okay.
just didn't want to cause problems. I didn't want to get your agents in trouble. We didn't want any issues, so we were just leaving them alone. And that's why usually we used to run blackout too, if you remember, and we got our strobes.
Yeah.
So that way your cameras know that it's us.
Right.
But since we're not communicating, or hadn't been, we will start again. But since we hadn't been communicating, we wanted to make it obvious that it was us. And that's why we burned those lights, because that way, come on, man, you can see that like a spaceship. You know what I mean?
Right. Fair enough.
So we were trying to make sure that, y'all knew it was us. There's no doubt, no misunderstandings. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Okay,
Gotcha.
man. Well, thank you, Captain. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Have a good night. Have a good night.
Y'all have a good night.
Well, there you go. Found out who the 956 was. He'll remain anonymous once again. Anyway, I hope everybody can hear me. I think I lost Lisa there for a little bit. I'm going to see if I can bring her back up. Lisa, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Right on. Well, hopefully that was
I remember
a little
that
informative
too.
for a
I
lot of
remember when
folks.
that happened. I remember that day.
Yep.
And that's the way he always was with Border Patrol. Always trying to explain and make peace and work together. That was the whole goal.
Oh yeah, yeah. We enjoyed a really good working relationship down there, and then they decided they didn't like it, so we had a breakup, and looks like our exes tried to shoot at us. Yeah, what's funny is that that Border Patrol agent has not made a statement that is available to KC Fort. He hasn't made one. As soon as the incident happened, he lawyered up right there on the site, and it's hard to even get his name in that, but we know who it is, and we know what happened, and it's not over yet. It's just it's a slow grind, and unfortunately, KC's facing that grind in a really tough grinder. And anyway, if you couldn't hear what he was saying on the on his call, it's not that he had a kidney infection. It's that his kidneys were actually shutting down. He had lost about 50% of his kidney function, and was passing a lot of protein and blood in his urine. He knew that because when he'd pee in the toilet, it would foam up so hard that you couldn't get the water to break it up and send it down.
Right, and he's been able to maintain his kidneys all these years with diet and, taking care of himself. Now he can't do that where he's at. He can't maintain it.
That's right. No, he can't maintain his. Well, you heard you can't do it without exercise, plenty of fluids, and not just water. You need to have fruit juices and all kinds of stuff.
Well,
oh yeah, dude, drink cranberry juice and stuff. Everybody said, "Oh, you got your period?" I remember. It's a funny
brother,
from that.
I gotta pop off of here. I'll talk to you soon.
Later, kiddo. Anyway, it's
talk
just
to you soon,
me.
brother.
Bye-bye. Lisa will be back after a while. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, man. So just like it's just me here on this side. If anybody wants to call in, that'd be a good time. If not, I'm going to go and start my scooter up. Love that sound. This is a band called Slick Fist. It's self-explanatory. Damn, that sucked. That didn't come up worth crud on there. Huh. What do you know about that? You see, whenever I upload soundtracks and that, I can't tell how they're going to sound unless I come back in and either the show's live or it's on a test, and I haven't figured out how to do a test show yet. So you're my guinea pigs. Cool, captive audience. Na 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 na. Let's see how this one sounds.
To the ones who lost the ones they love, we pray for you each day. Our nation's heart goes out to you to help you find your way. A brave new song of freedom can be heard across this land. The walls may fall and...
I didn't care for that too much either. Well, let's see what's happening that I can talk about right now. Where's you up, bud? Dude, where's you up, bud? Uh-huh. It is up. Oh, damn. Man, oh man. China, they're taking a trip to the toilet in our stock market. Apparently it's dropped quite a bit over the last 3 or 4 weeks. They're going through a funny little issue. Their market is bubble breaking at the moment. We've got a lot of other issues going on. Mostly, what the hell am I going to say next? I can't get the board to light up. If this board doesn't light up here in about the next 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down and call it an episode. Because without somebody else to talk to, hey, I'm just talking to myself, and I know it's the only intelligent conversation I'm going to get, but I'm really sick of hearing my voice. Well, folks, we're going to call that an end to the episode. With an hour and 48 minutes left. Hour and 46 seconds left. Hasta luego.
I can't tell if I've got a bad connection or if it's just your line down there.
Yeah, you gotta have a bad connection. It ain't me.
All right, it's coming in clear now.
I saw the reference to Nazareth in the Bible the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah, from Samson.
Yep. Yeah, when a Nazarite starts a project, he doesn't cut his hair until it's finished.
Yep, no alcohol or spirits, no wine, beer.
Yep. That's a Nazarite.
Yeah, so I was reading the Bible. That's pretty much all I did. Nothing else to read.
Man, did they get you to the hospital or anything for that for your kidney infection?
They don't give a fuck, man. I'm just sitting here suffering away. They don't care.
Son of a bitch. Is there any way that you can call?
I'm an infection. My kidneys are shutting down.
Fuck. She said you were passing blood and.
I mean, my kidneys. I had an infection. It's just not working.
Oh, fuck. You think you're going to need to go to dialysis?
I don't know. Today we only had like 50%. And my kidneys are fucking passing blood and protein. So, I mean, there ain't shit I can do. They ain't gonna do a damn thing. They gave me antibiotics and it started making me so fucking had heartburn so bad. Fucking sleep. I couldn't. It was like fire in my throat. So I told them I ain't taking that shit no. To have me see the doctor again tomorrow. I don't know how it's going. You know, they're writing me up for refusing to take medicine because I won't take the antibiotics because it's fucking making me sicker. I mean, goddamn, it's bad enough my kidneys and back is killing me. When I piss, it feels like I got VD. You know, and then they want me to fucking have heartburn on top of it. Fuck you.
Well, they got to get
you.
You got to take
fucking
that.
Shit kills me.
You got to take that. Well, you ain't got to do shit. They won't give you anything for the fucking heartburn?
I'm not going to be more miserable when I can't even sleep.
Yeah, because sleep's all you
I
got.
was taking the antibiotics. I couldn't even sleep, man. My heartburn was so bad.
Fuck.
Fuck it. Just shut down and let me fucking die of prison. I don't give a fuck. It's fucking shit. Bullshit. Got me locked down like Charles Manson. Every time they take me out of this fucking cage to go to the doctor anywhere, they put on fucking shackles, belly chain, and 2 pair of handcuffs. Got 3 people and a video camera. I mean, they treat me like I'm fucking Charles Manson. This shit is fucking ridiculous. You think that I done raped fucking 12 kids and fucking murdered 18 women or something? Motherfuckers.
No, you did something worse.
I stood up for our fucking rights. I believe in our Constitution. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they're fucking hammering on everybody, man. But they got you bad. I've got to tell you that. You already fucking know.
Yeah, I've been out fucking almost 3 weeks. I don't even know what time it is. The only time I even have a clue as to what time it might be is when they bring food. And I get 3 meals a day. In the morning, I get fucking cream of rice and beans. At lunch, I get rice and beans. And at dinner, I get rice and beans. I'm lucky to have.
Fuck that diet's not doing your kidneys any good. All that starch.
The protein is another. They're feeding me protein, the beans and shit, and the rice.
Fucking phone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, my phone's. I'm down here in a place where I'm not usually at. I ain't got no fucking signal down here, dude. I'm not at my house.
Well, I'll let you go, man.
No,
I was
man.
just calling to check in with you.
No, I'm glad you called. Look, I'm still doing the show and shit tonight. Fuck there.
Keep going, man. Keep doing it.
Yeah, it's fucking seems lame ass and everything else without you there.
Huh?
It seems all lame ass without you there. I was thinking about even just putting up one of the that's in the archive. But
oh man, just keep doing it, man.
Yeah, Christy's gonna try to call in tonight.
He is. He's gonna call.
Good. Is there any way you can call in?
No, I have the phone and I can't call because you have to push a button to accept the call. And if I call the phone line,
dude, you can call my phone. Will it let me put you on three-way?
I don't know.
Well, if it will, at least that way we could talk. I'm recording. By the way, I'm recording this right now, and if there's anything that you want to say to get it out there tonight, well, I'm going to play it.
All I can tell people is they better start praying. They better pay attention to God, because that's where we're at.
And you're still in Cameron County, and they haven't taken you into. How come they haven't transferred you over to the federal jail?
Up here is a federal inmate, and the U.S. Marshals are the ones that are making it hard on me. I called the lieutenant for the Cameron County jail. Basically, the feds told them to fuck me everywhere they can, and they're paying them $85 a day to fuck me. So they just fuck me down. The average inmate's like $30 a day.
Yeah.
Federal government's paying them $85 a day to keep me. So they keep me in the single cell. I can't even see outside the cell. There's a flap over the window and the beanhole stays shut unless they're putting something to it. And like I said, anytime they take me out to go to medical or whatever, they put on leg shackles, belly chain, and 2 pair of handcuffs, and then a camera and 3 guards.
So if people wanted to complain about what the treatment that you're getting there, who would they talk to? The U.S. Marshals?
The marshals are the ones that ordered me to be done like this. It's what the Cameron County Sheriff's deputies told me. I talked to the lieutenant. He said it's not them, it's the marshals. And the marshals, the government pays them $85 a day to fuck me around, however they tell them to fuck me. Don't matter, they're making plenty of money. They pay enough money for me to pay for 2 guards a week. So that's just me. So they do whatever they want them to do. They just fuck me however the government tells them to fuck me, and that's what's going on. People better start praying to God and give thanks and glory to God, because that's why our country is falling apart. Just like God turned his back on Israel, he's turned his back on America. It's all our fault.
It's more from KC Massey from jail. I was playing it again. When he talks about it being our fault, we cannot keep people from doing what they're going to do. The only person that we can be accountable for is ourselves. It's our own personal responsibility. It's our own personal responsibility on how we treat each other. It's our own personal responsibility on how we do for each other, or turn a blind eye to it and let it keep going. I can walk up to somebody that I see doing something that isn't cool, and I say, hey, man, you don't need to be doing that, and try to explain to them a different way of looking at something. But people have gotten to where they don't even want to hear that. There are a lot of reprobate minds out there, and it's unfortunate, but even when you talk to them, they can't understand what you're saying. They literally cannot understand it. It doesn't compute. It doesn't come in. It doesn't. It doesn't relate to anything that they know. It is totally alien, and that's a shame. But so again, the Bible told us that there are going to be people like that. There's a lot of them, but Jesus told us, hate the sin, not the son. And when he comes back this time, as I'm pretty sure he's going to, just as sure as I know that there is an afterlife, and I know that for a fact because I've been out of my body at a time or two, and I can testify to that. And that's the other thing it being at the border was, we were witnesses down there to what was going on. Witnesses. Everybody here today in the United States that sees this going on and can see the wrong and see the harm. And our voices fall on deaf ears. We are still witnesses. We will be called as witnesses on Judgment Day. And there will be witnesses against us on Judgment Day for the things that we didn't do or the things that we did do. And the only thing I can do on that day is plead power of the blood, and that I accepted Jesus Christ into my heart and asked him to make the changes in me that were necessary. And if you think I'm a puddle right now, you should have seen me about 30 years ago. I was one messed up puppy. Everybody has to go through things, and everybody has to grow up. Hopefully they learn. I've learned a lot from KC Massey and the experience down on the border, from Rusty Monsees, from Miss Taylor, and from all the people that I've come in contact with down there, all the really, really good people that have been living under duress and stress, having their children snatched up. A 4-year-old little boy was almost snatched up out of a man's backyard down there. And it's just ridiculous what goes on, the type of hate and scorn that people have for each other. I don't understand their hate and scorn no more than they can understand why I don't. Now, does the devil know he's doing wrong? I don't know. He thinks he's in the right, I'd imagine. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing it. So, it's back down to that, folks. It's just good and evil here in the good old USA. Nothing's really changed. It's just getting on a larger scale. If you've had problems with family members and you're on the outs with them right now, don't shut them out. Don't shut them down. Give it time. Keep those lines of communication open, even if it's just a parting, hey, how's it going? Not really interested in an answer, but don't shut that communication down. Try to fix it, mend it. Let time go by. Let the wound heal. Whether you were wronged or you wronged somebody else. The Bible tells us don't let the sun go down and having strife with a brother or a sister. Try to make amends before the sun goes down. Well, it's hard to do. Sometimes it's completely impossible because either you can't let it go at the time or they can't let it go. But when it comes time, you can both let it go far enough to stand to be in the same room. Just let them know that those lines of communication are still open, regardless. KC's sitting in a little box down there right now, and he's going through a lot of medical problems and he never figured it would be his own government that came after him for doing the right thing. But they did. Did that stop everybody else from doing the right thing? that would be the effect they want, are you going to stop doing the right thing? I hope not. Well, it's time for me to say goodnight. And I'm going to leave you with one little thing that I really like, and it's the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, Lord, but deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. In the name of Jesus, I pray. And I pray all you are safe. Night.